Thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you for coming to The Cake is Alive. But don't worry, you're not going to have to run any complex portal mazes. and as a courtesy, all rhubarb has been checked at the door. Guys, thank you. We are about to welcome on a cast of very talented voice actors here to talk about the show and about some preconceptions we may have. So, let's start things off with Zephyr Breeze's voice actor. You may know him from A&W commercials, where he is a bit of a self-unaware employee. Probably a joy to work with, but I wouldn't want to eat food from him. He's also played Leo on Mech X4, the Were-Lizard in the X-Files, and Jimmy on iZombie. Please welcome Ryan Beal.
Thank you for remembering my chant.
God bless the Cubs!
Thank you. Thank you, every one of you.
Next up is a man who is well known for his role, well, not just on My Little Pony, but on other shows. He's been the Serpent Set and Khan on Conan the Adventurer, Golem from Monster Rancher, Oolong, King Fury, and Captain Ginyu at Dragon Ball Z, Omega Red of X-Men Evolution, Vector Prime from Transformers Cybertron. The gun will be over before I list his full filmography. We celebrate him as Rhinox of Beast Wars and Beast Machines and Frankie Doodle Toski. Please welcome Richard Newman. Good morning.
Good morning. Sir.
And next we have a man who's just recently debuted on the show as Star Swirl the Bearded. He's also been Father Williams from Kung Fu, The Legend Continues, Mr. Sinister and Nathaniel Essex from X-Men, a ghost on Goosebumps, which his voice will give you goosebumps. Dr. Doom of Iron Man, Armored Adventures, and Odin of Thor, Tales of Asgard. Please welcome Chris Britton. Now, one of our guests is running just a little behind. He'll be joining us soon. But that's okay, because we have a voice actor of multiple characters. He's played in the Beyblade series. Why did they make a series that complex? He's also had an extensive video game career, playing StarCraft, Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. He's also played the game. He's also been part of the game Grey Goo. He also seems to like games with very complex names that are hard to roll off the tongue. But we know him as Bright Macintosh, Fairies, Stygian, and the Pony of Shoutout. Please welcome Bill Newton.
Hello. Thank you, Scott.
That is the ego check service that Everfree provides. It's actually very helpful. I've gotten 5 of those from them today.
We love you, Bill. Thank you, Scott.
Hey, yep.
Now, before we begin with questions proper, people come a long way, and I think it's only proper to give them gifts of thanks. You're not agreeing?
Oh, I agree completely. Yep, 100% agree. It's cash, right?
Well, I said cash on it. Does that count?
Well, just give me the cash.
First and foremost, with Ryan, you've had a long career as a comedian, including part of improv comedy troupe.
True.
And you've played this A&W character who is wonderfully absent-minded at times.
I have played it, yes.
And now he plays Zephyr Breeze, who has, you'll love how low confidence he can be. But I worry. I worry that playing such a role might take its toll on you. And therefore I offer this emergency self-esteem kit.
Oh! Really needed that before.
There's a mirror right there. It says, "You're awesome."
Yeah.
Pictures?
Pictures. Thank you.
I'm going to say relax. But Chris, you have a goatee, yes?
I do.
It's quite mighty. But it could be mightier. Should you ever need, as stars roll the bearded, have a beard. You don't have to put it on, but we put it on.
Put it on. There's a chance. Legally, you have to put it on.
It's a hairnet, yes. Oh, it's baking them all.
There we go.
That's beautiful. Everybody can come up with what you want for Christmas.
Yeah. Or it could be cocky beard. Whenever we're answering a question, we have to put on the beard.
Chris, that beard doesn't look itchy at all.
Thank you for listening. And Bill, you played a multitude of characters.
I have.
But felt maybe a little underloved or felt great abundance of love. Right back, we probably had the greatest romance episode in My Little Pony.
I mean, all time, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Rogan's really got nothing.
Yeah, happy ending better than sad ending.
All bittersweet.
Also, Fairings, he felt great love for the colony, despite being aggressive. But poor Stygian, he didn't feel maybe the love that he should receive, and thus became the Pony of Shoutout.
I agree.
So, I think we need to share a little love.
Okay.
With the love potion.
Oh,
Love potion, love banana.
there we go. That's a good one. That's good. Oh, highly potent.
Yes, highly potent. It seems superfluous. These folks already love you.
Speak for yourself.
And then,
I'm gonna make this when I'm not at a con though. Like, my everyday life.
That was true.
and it's a little complex, so I wanted to save it for last. Now, as I understand, from what I've learned, if not for a decision or one role, we might have had you here today. That at one point in your career, you felt the voice acting wasn't working out so well. But then you were cast as Mr. Big on the Power Team?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I heard a what. That's exactly the reaction I got. This is not a show that's aged well, but okay. If anyone ever gives you grief about watching a show about pastel ponies, I watched a mobster get foiled weekly by a barbarian, an NBA star, an anthropomorphic tomato, and a monster truck. That was a show. That was a good one.
That was video power, yes, it was. It was one of the first cartoon video things, and it was whoever it was that was producing all these games took all these heroes and villains from all these games and mushed them into the same show. And I wound up playing 2 villains and 1 hero one summer. 40 episodes we did in one summer, and it was the beginning of my voice career. It was quite a bit of fun.
So even though the show may not have been, it's not widely remembered, it was the start of you coming here, Transformers, it's fantastic. And when I learned of this, I had to make a gift. Mr. Big, the main antagonist of the show.
You talk something like this all the time.
And he had cigar-themed weapons. He had cigars that launched flash grenades, cigars that launched rockets. Remember, smoking pills. And so I wish to present a grenade cigar.
How are you gonna get down the plane?
Very carefully.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
You know, Ricky, you must have been very lucky to have Matilda.
That's the truth. But here we are. So, and like I say, we're waiting on our one more, but I think we can get started with some questions. Big part of this panel is we have several very talented actors playing very well-defined male characters in a show that's marketed towards young women. And I think from the attending audience, we can say that it's aimed at girls does not mean everyone can enjoy it. And you can bring a lot of talent and great characters. But, oh, wait, I think we have our last Hi, guys.
He's just fashion.
Thanks for being alive.
That's me. Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Well, I feel underdressed.
Well, I'm the portable lighting situation.
What's your name, sir?
I go by Tim, but also Silver Quill.
Silver Quill. Nice to meet you.
Ed,
He's got a gift for you.
I do.
Do you? Sorry to keep you guys.
Not to worry.
Uber, am I right?
Get your game
Oh,
on.
wow. Father of Rainbow Dash, Grace Cheer in the show. Love his life. You put a lot of energy in that. I'm surprised you didn't throw your voice out with all that.
Who says I didn't? So presumptuous. Jeez.
Yes, I am.
Put a gold suit on you and you can say whatever you like.
Why I think I can give you an award, sir.
Oh, wow. Now I'm the jerk. Okay. You were always the jerk. Hey, who's that? Most spirited. Oh, I like that. Thank you. It's empty. Who's got the stuff?
You can share a little love potion with you.
That's true. I have some strawberry love potion.
Really? Yeah. What is it?
I think it's bath salts.
Yeah. You
Bath salts? Anyone want the face eaten?
don't actually drink it.
This guy wants his face eaten. Shake that beard, pal. We'll talk.
But in entertainment, especially, there's a lot of assumptions about characters, how they're supposed to behave. And My Little Pony has done a good job of sometimes subverting them, sometimes playing them up, sometimes going along with it. So we're just going to talk about some of the characters and voices, and have just a few questions before we open up to the audience.
Okay.
We're going to start with the topic of aggression. Males are often expected in shows to be the more aggressive. Now, Richard, I'd start with you because you've played a lot of characters like Golem, Rhinox, Vector Prime. Very often the characters you played are calm, quiet, very gentle, but when the time comes, they're some of the strongest people on the team. And Cranky, though he's not called upon to fight, he's had many adventures. Have you any thoughts on how people can employ aggression in healthy ways?
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. Basically, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to, put yourself forward to do that thing that you think you want to do with your life, and rather than sitting back, kind of push yourself forward. So, yeah, I think a certain amount of aggression is necessary to succeed. It's finding the balance. It's certainly always finding the balance, which I don't think Cranky's done at all. He's still just angry all the time. Never did get that ice cream he wanted. Hear about it now.
And Bill, it's a similar situation with Brightman, especially when he had to confront Pearbutter's father, saying, "I'm the one who knocked over the water tower, so don't blame her, blame me." He's not hostile, but is there a certain aggression to confront him?
I think more assertiveness. It's that he knew what was right to do and needed to confront it, even though this is the patriarch of the family that is his beloved, and he knew he needed to face up to that, and that's sort of the better part of valor in that sense. So that's what he felt he needed to do, and I think it was assertiveness more than aggression, but similar.
Jason, you've worked on the Beyblade series for a bit.
Correct.
And I can finally say that name properly this time.
I love how you said Beyblade. All I heard in the audience was. I love it. Big fan.
Oh, good. But it's a show with lots of, but it's a show with a lot of competition.
Correct.
A lot of shouting. Again.
3, 2, 1, let it rip. I'm also on that show.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice. It's about me, Bill. Settle down.
That's true. I stumbled all my Beyblade pronunciations when introducing him. That's Beyblade, folks.
There's a crossover I'd love to see.
Oh, it's over.
But when you're voicing these young, competitive people, do you put a lot of aggression into the voices, or is there a different finesse to having a character in a competition?
Well, in Beyblade, I played a guy named Benkei, who was this large. He started out as a bully kind of character and gradually became one of the good guys. But yeah, he was a hothead. And it was tricky because a lot of that stuff was just him being frustrated. He thought he was the best and he was constantly losing. And he wasn't quite as good as he thought he was. But in times when he was frustrated, I tried to bring some, I don't know, to be pretentious, so some emotional depth to it, and to sort of, you know, that was tricky because it was a dubbing series, so all the animation's already done, so you can't create new stuff for them to animate to, so you're kind of at the mercy of what's happening on screen. But I did try to bring sort of a sadness to him when he was disappointed or when he was losing, so we could hopefully see that this aggressive front was more of his shield type of thing. You know, I don't think anyone's a real fan of one-dimensional characters. It's kind of boring to have someone just at one speed all the time. So, you know, I tried to bring some humanity to him. That's something I lack, so I don't know if it worked.
Don't sell yourself short.
Oh, thank you. Don't sell myself short. Okay, yeah, one day at a time, right, bud?
Speaking of anything short, did you apply some of that towards Ferris? And it's where he's kind of bullying the rest of the hive and is trying to find his place.
Absolutely, yeah. It's more, as Jason was saying, it's more from a place of frustration that anger and perceived aggressiveness comes from. That he's just trying to do what he thought was right and what he needed to do, and it's that frustration of feeling like other people aren't understanding exactly where that is coming from, and that can present as a sort of a pent-up frustration and anger, but not really at anyone in particular. It comes out as a crankiness and just sort of a general anger, but it's more, I think, from a place of frustration, from lack of understanding.
It took me a long time to realize in my own life that people who are angry are actually hurting and sad. And, you know, once you go through your own sort of journey through that, you start to have empathy towards those people. And when people get angry at you, it's great to be able to not get angry back and elevate things and to, you know, say, you know, I hear you, and try to de-escalate. And this doesn't happen in any of the cartoons, but there's a life lesson for you, kids and adults.
Actually, speaking of life lessons, Chris, we need to apply a little bit of real life to this. As I understand it, you work with Amnesty International to free some imprisoned artists.
Ready for some rap? All the ponies tell you no, you tell them yes, and that this, there's no such thing as talentless. You'll be fine, just keep it real, you won't know if you don't try. Do what you do, and what you do is up to you. Be true to no matter when you win or lose. The kind of experience to build a better you. Like an assembly line on overtime, follow with a boo. This is no place to trip ups, like you got the hiccups. Either you give them or you get them. Put your hoops up, high in the sky, fly like a Pegasus, full of a sparking light in your eye. History, not the victories, overcome adversity, with diversity is clear to see. Clarity, we all shine like diamonds.